Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Thunderclap. It's turn 10.8 for the KMT and 10.9 for the United States. The United States is now at war. So let's get into the KMT portion of the turn really quick and easy. $4 to spend, they're just going to save it. And they have no combat or non-combat. So they're sitting at 2 on the production chart. They save 4, so they'll have 6 for next turn. I'm not going to bother doing a recap. Neither Kui Chao or Hunan changed. Okay, so let's get into the U.S. portion of the turn. For 6 tech rolls, they're going to go for Advanced Artillery, not on the board, 7 or higher. Factory, Stage 2, 7 or higher. Improved Construction, Stage 3, 7 or higher. Amphib Doctrine, not on the board, 7 or higher. Long Range Aircraft, Stage 3, 8 or higher. And Advanced Subs not on the board, 8 or higher. So let's go with Artillery first. A 2 we miss. Factories, a 7 we succeed. Construction, a 5 we miss. Amphib Doctrine, 7 we succeed. Long Range, an 11 we succeed. And Advanced Subs, a 1 we miss. So we got 50%. So we got Factories, Amphib Doctrine, and Long Range. So we did finish off Long Range. So Factories go to 2. We didn't hit Construction. We really wanted that. Long Range is finished, and we hit Amphib Doctrine, I think was the other one. So we're at Stage 1 for Amphib. Okay, so now I believe finishing off a tech victory point, I believe, with long-range aircraft. Okay, yep, those are the 3 techs we hit. So let's take a look real quick. I'm pretty sure we get some free stuff. American Technological Supremacy. We have strat bombers, long-range now, rockets, and jets. So we get a free heavy strat bomber, a free jet, and a free rocket. Okay, so for purchases, I didn't have much laid out because I wanted to see what I was going to hit with possible construction. So we have 73 to spend because we got convoyed for 3. So we're going to declare war on Portugal. So that's going to cost us $10. So that's 10 right off the bat. Then this is the first turn we're at war, so our infantry class units are -1. So let's see, we've got 2 Marines, which would normally be 8, they're 6. We're going to advance our 3 heavy battleships to Stage 2 for 21, so that's 27. We're going to advance our heavy fleet carrier to Stage 2 for 6, so that's what, 21, 27, 33. We're going to lend-lease the British naval transport for 7, so that's 40. So that leaves us how much? $23. Okay, what else do we want to do? Okay, let me get my free units real quick. So we did get a jet and a heavy strat bomber. And then we got a rocket, but I don't have a rocket out right now, so I'll get one later. Okay, so that's a jet. Okay, so for $23. That sucks not hitting construction. I know it only takes $1 off of ships, but still. We're going to, thinking on the fly now, we're going to, for $4, we're going to upgrade the minor port and wake to a major. So that's another $6. Then for 15, we're going to start construction on 3 heavy cruisers. And then we're going to upgrade 2 militia for $1 apiece. And I guess an infantry for $2. Okay, so what else did I say here? I said upgrade 2 militia to infantry. Buy an infantry. So that's 3 infantry units. And then what else did I say? The port. So I'm just going to upgrade it now. I'm using this marker right here, this naval base. So that's now a major port there on Wake. And then I said, what? 3 heavy cruisers, I believe. Okay, so that should be everything. Okay, so let's add this up again real quick just to make sure I didn't screw anything up. So we've got... we had $73 to spend. We spent 10 to declare war on Portugal. 2 Marines for 6 is 16. 3 heavy battleships for 21 is 37. A heavy fleet carrier for 6 is 43. Lend-Lease, the British naval transport for 7 is 50. Those 2 units are free. An infantry for 2 is 52. 2 militia upgrades for $1 is 54. 3 heavy cruisers for 15 is 69, and then upgrade the minor port on Wake to a major for 4. That's our full 73. Okay, so that's everything. And the only thing I don't have out right now is my free rocket. Okay, so combat, it's all on this side of the board. So, from the fleet here in A41, we're going to take a heavy cruiser and 2 destroyers, and they're going to come over 1, 2, 3 to engage that Portuguese torpedo boat destroyer. Okay, so then if I can clear that, this naval transport in DC is going to pick up the 2 infantry and go 1, 2, 3 and drop those 2 infantry off on Portugal. And then from A41, the 2 naval transports are going to come over 1, 2, 3 and drop off the light armor, the artillery, and 2 more infantry. Okay. Let's see. So that's 2 battles, potentially. Clearing the sea zone of the torpedo boat destroyer and then attacking the militia in Portugal. And then we're going after the remaining Italian fleet here in A48. So from A41, we're going to take 2 destroyers and 2 light cruisers. And they're going to come down 1, 2, 3. We also have this medium bomber on Puerto Rico, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a movement of, well, I hit long range, so it's got a movement of what, 2. And then the tactical bomber that's on this fleet carrier is going to go 1, 2, 3. So we've got a tactical bomber, a medium bomber, 2 destroyers, and 2 light cruisers against those 5 ships. And I think, well, let's see. Can this jet reach somewhere? Let's see. I'm at a air base and long range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't reach anywhere. So nothing. No combat on that side. Well, one potential combat will be non-combat moving into a zone with Japanese subs. So they could potentially declare war, combat. I don't think they will. So we're just going to do that later. Okay, so that should be combat. So the first one is let's try to clear this sea zone with 2 destroyers and a heavy cruiser against that torpedo boat destroyer. So we got 2 destroyers at 4. Both miss. And a heavy cruiser at a 6. Wow. Their torpedo boat destroyer in return at a 2. And 8 misses. Okay, 2 destroyers at 4. Heavy cruiser at a 6. Torpedo boat destroyer at a 2. 2 destroyers at 4. Thank you. The torpedo boat destroyer in return. A 4 misses. Okay, so we kill off the Portuguese torpedo boat destroyer with 2 destroyers and a heavy cruiser. Okay, so then getting dropped off into Portugal. We're going to suffer double casualties if this guy gets a hit. So we got 4 infantry getting offloaded on this first round, okay? So I don't see, there shouldn't be any terrain modifier, so it just should be 4 2s against his 1 2. Okay, so my 4 infantry at 2s gets a whole lot of nothing. The militia in return at a 2, 11 misses. Okay, so now we're on the light armor, and the artillery can offload. So the light armor is a 3, the artillery is a 3, and the artillery will boost 1 of the infantry. So there's 3 3s. Then I got 3 2s for the remaining infantry. I got a 2, so there's the 1 hit. Okay, the Portuguese militia in return, a 3 misses. Okay, so we should take Portugal with a light armor, an artillery, and 4 infantry. Okay, so that's worth $1, but it didn't come off at anybody, so I just moved the U.S. from 61 to 62. Okay, last battle is against the remnants of the Italian Navy. So I've got 2 destroyers at 4, 2 light cruisers at 5, and then a medium bomber and a tactical each at 7. The tactical's got target select 1 through 3. So let's do the tactical first at a 7. A 2 hits, and it's a target select. We're going to actually take out the light cruiser. Then we've got the medium bomber at a 7. A 6 hits, so he'll lose a destroyer. Then we got 2 light cruisers at 5s. Both miss. And 2 destroyers at 4. Both miss. How wonderful. Okay, the light cruiser that's dead, a 6 misses, and thank God, because he could have target selected. And the dead destroyer at a 4. Misses. Okay, so he's got 2 destroyers and a heavy cruiser left. Okay, the 2 destroyers at 4. 4 and a 10, 1 hit. The heavy cruiser at a 6. 7 misses. Okay, so I'm going to take off a destroyer. Okay, next round. We've got a tactical at a 7 with target select. A 2 does hit, and again target select, so we're going to take his heavy cruiser. Then we've got a medium bomber at a 7. A 6 does hit. That takes a destroyer. And then we've got 2 light cruisers at 5s. Both miss again. And a destroyer at a 4. 10 misses. Okay. His heavy cruiser at a 6. A 9 misses. His 2 destroyers, one of which is dead at 4. 11 and 10 both miss. So he is down to a single destroyer. Okay, so now target select doesn't matter, so we'll do our medium bomber and our tactical both at 7s. Our 2 light cruisers at 5, which now are 0 for 6. Destroyer at a 4. Unreal. His destroyer at a 4. Cocked, we'll do it over again. 8 misses. Okay, how about I was 0 for 5 that turn. How about a tactical and a medium both at 7? There's 1 hit. Okay, his destroyer at a 4. A 5 misses. Okay, so we kill off the Italian Navy, and that leaves us 2 light cruisers and a destroyer there in P-48. Okay, let's land some planes while we're here. Both the tactical came off this carrier, so it went 1, 2, 3, 4 land in Sierra Leone. The medium bomber lands also in Sierra Leone. So they'll both land there in Sierra Leone. Over here, these ships all moved. We got 2 coastal subs off the card here in A41. They're going to move up 1 to A42. We've got left here in this fleet is a fleet carrier empty, 2 battleships, and a destroyer. So they are at a major base thanks to the French, and they're going to go 1, 2, and then 3 all the way over here to P31. So that's 2 battleships, an empty carrier, and a destroyer. Okay, let's see what else over here. We got this jet in DC. So that's going to fly We're at an air base, and we have long range. That's a movement of 6. It's actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and land on this currently empty fleet carrier. So land him there. While we're over here, these 2 subs in P25 are going to move up to 24. Then here's the move where the Japanese could attack, but I don't think they will. So this entire fleet here in P36, which consists of 2 battleships, a heavy cruiser, 4 destroyers, 2 naval transports, which are going to be empty, and a fleet carrier with a fighter and a tactical, are all going to come back 1-2 to Hawaii here in P29. So those 2 Japanese subs, a coastal and a regular, could fight if they want, but I seriously doubt it. Okay. I think that might be it. I don't think we have any other things that could even move, really. Yeah, the seaplane stays. Okay, that's it. Okay, how about unit placement? So let's go ahead and advance our ships. So 3 heavy battleships move to stage 2. Heavy fleet carrier moves to stage 2. And then we started construction on 3 heavy cruisers here at stage 2. Okay, and then we've got 2 Marines, which we're going to place those in San Francisco. We've got 2 militia upgrades. So 1 is going to be this militia on Wake, so take him off and add another infantry. And the other one will have to be here in San Francisco, I guess. Okay, and then we've got an infantry, which we'll also place in San Francisco. So that's what we've used 3 production spots now for San Francisco. Okay, so then we've got just this heavy strat bomber. I hate leaving Washington empty, even though I know there's nothing over there. I'm going to pull an audible. So the 1 infantry I bought, I'm not going to put in San Francisco. So that, the infantry, and that free heavy strat bomber are going to go down in Washington. Okay, and then that just leaves the jet and the rocket and then our Lend-Lease. So the jet we're going to put in San Francisco. And then the Lend-Lease British naval transport can go ahead, leave New York, make its way up to Nova Scotia, and then make its way over here to A21 and go in port there in southern England. And then that only leaves my rocket. We'll put the rocket in Washington, D.C. as well. Okay. So that should be it. So how about income? We spent everything. We're sitting at 62. And then we have our 12 bonus. That's 74 is what we should have for next turn. So unit recap. In the east coast of the United States, Washington, D.C. has a rocket, an infantry, and a heavy strat bomber. There's a seaplane on Puerto Rico. There's 2 coastal subs in A42. There's a tactical bomber and a medium bomber in Sierra Leone. There's a destroyer and 2 light cruisers in A48. Portugal is 4 infantry, a light armor, and artillery. In C-Zone A35 are 3 naval transports, 2 destroyers, a heavy cruiser, and then the British have a damaged battleship and a battle cruiser. Let's see, that's it. Over here in the Pacific, there's now a major port naval base in Wake and 5 infantry. Hawaii has a AAA gun. In C-Zone P29, we've got 2 naval transports, 2 battleships, a heavy cruiser, 4 destroyers, a fleet carrier with a fighter and a tactical. In C-Zone P31, we have 2 battleships, a fleet carrier with a jet, and a destroyer. San Francisco has a militia, an infantry, 2 Marines, and a jet. And then on the production chart at stage 2, we have 3 heavy battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, and a heavy fleet carrier. So that should be it for the KMT in the United States. Turning things over now to Randall and Germany.